Hey everyone, how's it going? Azren here. Hope you guys are doing well. I want to make a short video today talking about a subject that I'm really passionate about, which is improving pronunciation in a language. Now, first and foremost, the number one thing I could say is it really helps to have, even if it's just a basic understanding of phonetics. That will make the world of difference. Because in phonetics, if you study phonetics, you're going to learn about the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet, and you're going to learn about what exactly is happening inside of your mouth when you say specific sounds. So you'll learn that when I say a t, or when I say a g, or when I say a r, when I say a whatever, when I say this sound, here's what's happening in my mouth, here's where the tongue is going, this is what's happening in my vocal cords, here's how the air is moving up from my lungs, here's what's happening. And this is really helpful, right? Because if you can do that, what's going to happen is when you learn an unfamiliar sound, or when you hear an unfamiliar sound in a language, you're going to be able to dissect that sound, you're going to be able to investigate that sound, interpret that sound, and figure out exactly what that person is doing, or exactly what you need to do to be able to say that sound correctly. So that is a huge, I mean a huge thing. If there's anything you take away from this video, it's that. That alone will make a massive difference. Go on Google or go on YouTube, search up like the International Phonetic Alphabet, search the basics of phonetics, start YouTubing, start Googling, that will make massive changes. The next thing I want to say is, it really, I'm telling you guys, for pronunciation, it helps so much to do listening practice over and over and over and over. When you're doing that listening practice, it's going to start to, and it's going to depend on how your brain works. Everybody's brain is going to be a little bit different, but that listening practice is going to get your ears used to the sounds of the language. And when your ears get used to the sounds, of the language, and you could save, quote unquote, save a lot of those sounds of the language into your brain, that's the first step of having good pronunciation. When in your brain you can hear the correct sound at will, you can think, I want to say this sound, and you can hear it, it makes it way easier to actually pronounce that word correctly. The other thing of pronunciation, unless it comes absolutely natural to you, is practice and imitation. If pronunciation is hard for you, or it's something that doesn't, even if it's intermediate, it's not something that comes very natural to you, and actually, even if it comes natural to you, what am I saying? Even if it's easy for you, the biggest thing that's gonna help you is, number one, to practice the difficult sounds, as common sense as it sounds, and also to try and imitate / copy native speakers. So it's gonna sound really weird, right? It's gonna sound very bizarre. It's kind of like when a baby is first trying to copy human speech. If you've ever, adult speech, like conversations. If you ever listen to a baby, they sound like a blah 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 blah, and they make random sounds that sound kind of like a conversation, but make absolutely no sense. I'm highly encouraging you to imitate, copy, and try and do that with native speakers, and try and just copy the sound they're saying, right? So if you're hearing a word like merci in French and you're like, whoa, that R is like, what is that sound? How is he doing it? At least go like, merci, like try something. And I know you're gonna sound like a fool, so I'd probably recommend you imitate in the privacy of your own home. Don't go, unless you've got extreme self-confidence, I don't know if it makes sense to go and practice trying to imitate out in public where you make a fool of yourself. Maybe, maybe not. What's an interesting thing to try to test if you've gotten a sound correct or even relatively correct, practice in the privacy of your own home a specific sound. When you think you've kind of got it, go test it with a native, and if they understood, at least now you know you're saying that sound partially correct because they understood you. But if they don't understand, that is a very good indication that, okay, I'm still saying that sound wrong. So anyway, I've done a lot of rambling here. We'll cut the video. I could talk about pronunciation all day and night. So we'll cut the video here so you're not watching for 27 minutes. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.